Well, hey there, everybody. Jim Palmer, the Dream Business Coach, coming to you possibly for last time in a little while from the bridge of my floating home. Today was a pretty good day. I had to go back in for my final procedure. My great doctor fit me in with 3 days notice, and I thought that was amazing. Been my doctor for 16 years, but all is good. Just got to keep everything clean and dry. Good morning, Antonio Allen. Got to keep everything clean and dry for a week. And Stephanie was on my case. I got back to the boat and I climbed down into the engine room to do something. She goes, "That's not keeping it clean and dry." Oh my gosh, you can't keep a good man down. Hey, Rob. So, I want to jump on. We had a phenomenal Dream Business Mastermind and Coaching Program group call yesterday. I mean, geez, every time I say that, it gets hard to top that and hit it out of the park, but we seem to do that. It's just an amazing group of entrepreneurs. Good morning, Dave. And one of the things that we talked about that I wanted to share with you today, or Antonio, Alan, oh my goodness, big crowd. But so there's this thing, and I say it a lot, I go entrepreneurs or small business owners, and I do a lot of interviews on podcasts and whatnot, and somebody said, well, what do you mean entrepreneur or small business owner? Aren't they the same? David Phelps, man, what a rock star David Phelps is. Man, you look so good on your videos. I see you all over the world, man. You are living life large, David. It's such a joy to see you enjoying the success that you've worked so hard for. But I envy you with all your travel. Our travel's all water-based, so if there's no water, we don't go anywhere. But anyway, I'm going to answer this question about entrepreneur versus small business owner. A small business owner is typically, but not always, a brick and mortar store. Entrepreneur, by the way, a small business owner could have an entrepreneurial mindset, but what I mean, it is all mindset based. So a small business owner, let me give you an example. If you are let's think of something. Let's say you own a jewelry store. Let's say you got a 1,000 square foot stall in a shopping center and you're selling jewelry and you're doing well and you put in some more glass cases. You stuff the glass cases even more full with watches and high-end stuff. Eventually, you're going to max out the volume of that store. Let's just say, for argument's sake, you do $1 million a year, right? And if you are a small business owner, a mindset of a small business owner, that jewelry store, when he hits $1 million, he can't seem to grow anymore. His next thought, I guarantee this, is I'm going to open a second location, because what does he do? He's got to sell more jewelry. I sell jewelry, so the only way to increase my revenue and therefore earn more income is to sell more of my product. An entrepreneur is more wealth creation focused. So if you're an entrepreneur, I'll use the same example. Let's say you are a jeweler, but you have an entrepreneurial mindset. Let's say he said, Jim, how would I create a different revenue stream? I would say, well, you're doing $1 million a year. What's the average jewelry store? And let's just say for discussion, he goes, $500,000 or $750,000. I said, well, let's say $500,000. So you've doubled the average sale. You've doubled the revenue of the average jewelry store owner. That is noteworthy. How many jewelry store owners across this country are doing $500,000? Would love to know how you pump out $1 million. So he could first of all, he could write a book, which would be great. He could create a home study course. He could create a virtual training program. He could do seminars. He could start his own coaching program. Travis Lee, epic men tribe, Travis Lee. So he could do all these other things in addition to running his jewelry store. See, one of the things you have to know is that people who have a very high income, they don't do it usually with just one revenue source. They bring together or cobble together different revenue streams to equal that big revenue. So in most cases, you have your core revenue stream. So let's say the guy doing $1 million a year, you can pick any business, but let's just use the jewelry store. I'll keep up with that. Yeah, baby, epic men. So let's say the jewelry store is doing $1 million a year. He starts a coaching program. Let's say he brings in 30 to 50 people and they're paying him, say, $300 or $500 a month. And then he has some home study courses that he's selling, $200, $300 home study course. All of that cobbles together. So he could have his $1 million business. He might make $500,000 or $300,000 coaching. He might sell $50,000 to $80,000 in products. And each one of those other ones may not be big on their own, but they all add up. So entrepreneurs, you want to think about leverage, and you want to think about how do I cobble together different sources of revenue instead of always focusing on just one revenue source and finding all the different ways to push that, which is good, but all together. So think wealth creation. How do I create financial freedom by bringing together different revenue streams, focusing on what my core, my niche and talent is? Now, when I started No Hassle newsletters, the next thing I did was concierge print and mail on demand, custom article generator, No Hassle social media. And the cool thing is if your customer base, your core customer base can be using some of the different things you create, so you're not always looking for different revenue streams. So if the silos can be filled with existing customers, that's even better. Wow, that almost became a friggin' webinar. But anyway, that's the difference between an entrepreneur and a small business owner. It is one of mindset. The second part of the title I put for this is it's time to go. It is time to go for Stephanie and I. We've been here for 3 weeks in our home port of Chesapeake City, Maryland. My mechanic was here for the last time today. The engines are tuned, the oil's changed, the fuel filters are changed. We did everything we could do, the impellers, everything is done, and we're ready to shove off tomorrow. We were intending to go today, but my little cancer scare caught up, but I feel good not having to leave here and wondering how I'm going to find a outpatient surgery place down there. So I got that taken care of, and I got to tell you, it was an hour and a half up and an hour and a half back from where we are, because he was up by our home, our former home. And driving down here, I felt so much lighter than when I was driving up. So if you've ever faced something like that, it's so awesome when it just gets taken care of. But I gave the doctor a bottle of wine too. I said, "Man, you fit me in." He said, "That's what I do." I said, "No, not everybody does that. You fit me in. You knew I was going to worry about that." And that was really nice. It was fun to see his face. I really shocked him. The final thing is, as I mentioned, I did a Facebook Live a couple days ago. And me and my team are creating a new public Facebook group. Yeah, hey, thanks, Travis. I knew you'd resonate with that. I don't know. I haven't seen you in a little while, but I had a scare on my 6-month checkup, sent out the biopsy, turned out to be not good. So we just went in, and I think he carves out like this bowl. He takes this knife and goes, and carves a bowl in my back, which is why I got to keep it clean and dry, which is why I should not be in the engine room. So anyway, why'd that get all dark? I have no idea what's going on there. Anyway, I hope you can still see me. It looks dark on my phone. But anyway, I took care of business today, Travis. So surviving continues. So anyway, we're going to start this Facebook group, Build Your Dream Business Now. I'm going to be doing live trainings every week. And then I'm going to be doing seminars starting in November. Webinars and a whole bunch of things, because, I see sometimes these coaches, I want to touch 1 million lives or 1 billion lives. I have no idea if that's even possible, if I have that kind of reach. I want to help as many entrepreneurs as I can create financial freedom and time freedom. I want to help them live their dream lifestyle, whether you want to live on a boat, or you want to go live in a cabin on the mountains, or you want to live in a tiki hut on the beach, or you want to stay in your home and you just don't want to work as hard as you're working now. That's my goal. And so we're gonna take this up a notch, because I feel so incredibly blessed that Stephanie and I get to live this way. And so we leave tomorrow, and we're gonna head 4 hours to Southern Maryland. The next day we're going to Norfolk, Virginia, and I've already contacted my friend Lee Miltier and have her and her husband Clifton out to the floating home. That'll be fun. I'm sure Lee and/or I will take pictures of that, and. And then we'll just continue south. There is a storm coming in Sunday, but we have no agenda. We don't have to be anywhere other than Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I need to be in a marina where I have Wi-Fi so I can do my coaching calls. And then Friday through Monday, we can be traveling. And last weekend, we taught Blue how to get in the dinghy and go to shore, so we can actually anchor out. We don't have to be in a marina every time. So anyway, I just feel so amazed back here. Just had a good lunch, and I just wanted to share for those who were curious about what was going on. I'm going to be fine. If I can keep my wound clean and dry, that'll be Stephanie's job. And we take off tomorrow. I'm sure if you're connected with Stephanie, she does a lot of Facebook Live while I'm driving, so she'll be sharing some of the sights and scenes as we roll along. And of course, we'll be sharing that on our blog. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Got some more things to do before we cut the lines, so to speak. No, can't cut the lines. They're too friggin' expensive. Anyway, this is Jim Palmer, the Dream Business Coach. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Make the most of it. Every day that you can get out of bed and put your feet on the floor is a good day. I don't care what you're facing, because some people don't get that luxury. So have a great and awesome day, and I'll chat with you soon. Take care, everybody.